Hey everybody, Richter Knives here, your favorite knife tuber. This is episode number 63 with a chainsaw in the background, and that's fine. It kind of messed up my last unboxing on this. I did unboxing it, but you know, you're cutting trees down and whatnot over there. They lost that love and feeling. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at my newest knife. This is the large Sabenza 31 inlay, drop point, natural canvas micarta, double lug, and this is in the CPM S45 VN flavor. Ooh. Well, we're 40 seconds into this and you ain't seen the knife yet. Let me get after it. How does this open? Ooh, fancy. Ooh, it has stuff. What kind of stuff? Let's look at the stuff. This is a book of some. Oh, birthday card. Let's take a look. Oh, all the stuff I just said it had. There it is right there. Just use your peepers on that. You can pause it if you want. Beep boop. Fancy. Beep boop. This is, it looks like, I guess, instructions. Take it apart, put it back together, all the good stuff. Bruh, 10 extra horsepower right there. Oh, 20 horsepower. I got a hot rod. I got myself a hot rod. Didn't even know. This is cool. Let's get this out of the way. This ain't what we was trying to show. Oh yeah, there it is. This, let's just look at this. This is fluorinated grease and mechanics tool, so you can put them 20 horsepowers in. Let's check it out. I'm gonna move this box. I'm gonna move that box over yonder. This is soft, but man, I'm so excited. So excited. Never had one of these, so you can just imagine my excitedness. Oh, I see titanium. I see micarta. Would you looky there? Put your peepers on that. Fancy. Woo! Man, she's a looker. I don't see one snail trail. And I'm assuming, I got this off the secondhand market. I'm assuming, yeah, not a scratch, not a nothing. I'm assuming that this is brand new in the box. I got it on secondary market for $485. Do you even believe that? So that's a lot for a knife. My goodness gracious. I never in my whole life thought I'd spend that much on a knife. But what I did to justify it is I actually sold some knives I already had, and I just turned them into this, almost like a trade, you'd say. I got rid of 2 GCs and some GoPros, and I'm holding a Chris Reeves 31 Sabenza in micarta inlays S45 VN in my mitts. Ooh, just right off the bat, opening this thing and closing it. I think hold on, let me look at the center. My God almighty, it's centered right down the middle, straight. And that's a big thing to me. I love centered knives. If they're not centered, it kind of bothers me. But this is not one of them flicky knives. Let me see if it opens like that. Let's see. You ready? How about you in the back? I was waiting on you. Okay, since you're looking now. It does flick open. I did use a little wrist there. I don't know. It's not really a flicky knife, but oh, it does open like that. That's pretty smooth, Jack. That is smooth. This, people talk about how premium this is and how it feels in your hand, and it's put together well. And almost every Chris Reeve knife video, you see that they're not bashing it, because there's bashers out there. They are raving about how well put together this thing is, and you can feel it. Now I know, because I'm holding it right in my hand, but you can feel the quality. Wow. It's almost like stepping out of a Ford truck and opening up a door to a Ferrari. Should I say that? Yeah, you feel the difference. Wow. Man. Well, let's just look around it real quick. So the lanyard, this thing right here, that's coming off, because I'm a leather lanyard guy. If it has a lanyard, I may just delete 86 that thing right off of there. It looks good by itself. I mean, this don't really take away from it, but I don't like the, it just looks like a shoelace to me. I'm not about that. The Micarta inlays, looking at this, they're like milled in there perfectly. You can't see a gap. It gives it that little bit of thickness, and it actually feels good on your fingers right here. This jimping, I just noticed it's jimping, but that, buddy, will keep your thumb right there. You ain't going nowhere. That's probably some of the best jimping that I've used on a knife. The thumb studs, they look and feel really good. Trying to cut my camera. Yeah, it's not a hot spot. It don't hurt your finger. This titanium, my goodness, that's just what you want. Look at the pocket clip is matchy. Let's check the, oh yeah, that's actually a decent pocket clip. I normally hate pocket clips that are not deep carry. I may steal when I put it in my pocket. I don't know yet. I may have to get a deep carry. I'm just one of them dudes. Oh yeah, this thing, every corner, I can't find a flaw. I'm looking. If y'all see one, holler at me. Oh, there it is, fingerprint. Goodness. I'm just letting y'all look. Now, I had that question in my mind, or 11 questions, like, number one, do I want the large? Do I want the small? Do I want the inlays or plain? Do I want the drop point, or do I want the, you know, there's all kind of different kinds of Chris Reeve knives. This one, really the reason I bought this, and I'll tell you why. Here's why. Let me open it up so you can take a look at it while I'm rambling and yakking. Okay, so the reason I bought this, I went through and I watched 72 videos, and there's some great videos about these knives, man. There's some haters, and then there's some, you know, straight up lovers. And some people lost that love and feeling. But what's going on is, I watched all those videos just so I wouldn't be a dummy about this knife. And I actually learned a lot doing some research, reading. If you're going to spend this amount of money, you need to do your research. You may hate this knife. You may not get the knife. And a lot of people say, well, you have to enjoy it, you have to know what it's for or why it was made. Well, if it was made to be an arm floaty, I'm still going to use it how I use all my knives, honestly. So either it's a good knife or it's not a good knife. A knife is a tool. some people say, well, it's a tool, you have to use it as a tool. Well, it's a knife. So I don't get that argument, or it's not even really an argument, but a phrase or a saying or whatever it is. But I'll go ahead and tell you, I like it already because I'm a knife guy. And everything I see is dead on. It's almost as if, man, I wish I could explain how it feels in your hand. I think that's the big thing. I think that's what everybody's, because it's not a fidgety ninja knife, you know what I'm saying? It's not out the front. It doesn't have the axis lock. None of that. This is, however, very, very smooth. And it just feels premium in your hand. But the reason I got this knife, after I was looking at all those videos, is I seen the small one up against the bug out, and it was a little smaller, and I decided, I guess I'm going to get the big, because if I'm going to get one of these, I want to get the whole feeling of what a Sabenza is about. I want everything it's got to offer, and I feel like this would do that more than the small one. Now, some of y'all probably swear by that small one, but I wanted the big one first. I feel like if I'd have got the small one, I would have ended up wanting the big one. And it may be vice versa. I may end up wanting a small one, but right now I have zero regret so far. And this would have to majorly fail for me to not like this knife. I don't see anything. There's no play at all. Zero. It's once you put it here, it's like a fixed blade in your hand. God, what can I say about it? But what I did is, some folks had told me about the secondary aftermarket, a Facebook group, and I looked in that Facebook group, and I joined it, and I was looking through those knives and thinking, man, these are a lot of money. But then I looked at this one and seen the price was $485 compared to $600 brand new. And you're saying, my God, that's a lot of money for a knife. It is. And if you don't get it, then you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? If car guys are car guys, they're gonna like what they like. Book people, my wife, she loves books. She'll spend more money on book than I will because she knows books. If you are a baseball card guy, you're not gonna settle for the little cheapy 5-cent baseball cards when you can get the autographs. You know what I'm saying? And the numbered and all those things. But look, that's nuts, man. I'm a knife guy. Hence Richter knives. And this hits all those marks that make me love knives, except for the teeners. And that's the reason I wanted the inlays as well, because I know that's going to teen her up. The titanium's going to teen her up. It's going to get the snail trails. It's going to look used. I'm not going to hard use baton this thing and chunkulate it across the yard or into a brick wall or off a building or cut down a tree. I'm not doing all those things. I'm also just not going to sit with it in my closet or in my safe and not use it. I'm going to use it, but this knife right here is going to be used just like a knife should be used. Well, I mean, if you're a knife, use it how you want to, but I'm just going to use it just like I use all my other knives. I'll use it just like I use this one. It's just a little bigger. It'll do a lot more, probably. And look at the blade stock. It's a good size. Now, it looks slicey, and it's kind of sharp. It's a fruit roll-up sticky in the grape flavor. That's a step below the cherry flavor, but It's still sharp. Sure to cut hair easily. But I'll sharpen it and make sure that it's a cherry flavor. Idaho made. Yes. Chris Reeves. Man, y'all, I don't even know what to say about this thing. This is probably the most excited I've been about a knife since I've gotten the bug out, or the cattle knife. Those two, the Viper. You know, you have that knife that you just, in the back of your mind, you're so curious about it and you think it's so cool. This, to me, when you talk about a modern folder or a modern knife, this is kind of what I see in my mind. The silhouette of this thing. I am a Warncliffe guy and a Sheepsfoot guy, but this one, I mean, look, it's so handsome. It's a looker. What do y'all think about this? Those of y'all that like this video, hit that little like, thumbs up thing. And then those of y'all who are subscribed, thank you for being subscribed. But hit that notification bell so you can check and see when I'm getting a new video coming out. And then tell your mom and them. Tell your friends, tell your crush, tell your barber about Richter knives. This is my 31 Sebenza. I think I'm in love. So, thank y'all for watching. Chris Reeves pocket knife and Richter out.